What's up, world? I tried to convince Kristen to come be part of this video, and she flat out told me no. So it's just me and the cat. I do want to give a few updates for this week. Number one, I could not be more excited about this Sunday sermon. We are talking about, are these the end days? Are we in the last few years? So please invite somebody. I've already got the sermon put together up here, and there's really two kind of people that I'd like for you to invite to come watch this online with you. Number one, if you have any Christian friends who ever talk about the end times, please invite them to come and listen to this. It's not going to be just more and more of what they already know. There's some real application for our daily lives in here, and I'd love for them to watch this. And then two, if you have anyone who maybe isn't part of a church and they've, maybe they're a little bit nervous about everything going on in the world today, invite them to come watch as well. Share a link with them or send them a text and invite them to come be part of this. The next thing I want to talk about is the importance of you and me sharing the services on our social media. Last Sunday, we really talked about this idea that one of the silver linings of COVID-19 is that more and more people are at least having practical access to the gospel message. You are friends with people that I'm not friends with. You're friends with people that nobody else in this church is friends with. And some of those friends are not involved in a church. When you share an essential service on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, when you share that, you're giving somebody an opportunity to click, listen, and watch about Jesus. And they may not have anything else. You don't know. If you've been following Jesus for a long time, when you're on social media, you probably see a lot of Christian influences, right? You probably have a lot of other friends who follow Jesus and they're sharing Bible verses or whatever. Did you know you might be the only friend you have that's sharing anything about Jesus on their newsfeed? A lot of their friends may not follow Jesus as well, right? You may be the only Jesus somebody has access to. So share it. I could be more proud. This past Sunday, we had, I think, 56 people share the services, and we reached a ton of people. We reached a ton of people. And a lot of these people, again, just didn't have access beforehand. So please, please, please share. What I do is I try to log in a few minutes early before the service begins, and I just share immediately. And I just write something like, "Hey, please stop in for a few moments and see what we're talking about today." And so I encourage you, please do it. Please do that as well. A lot of you have been asking, "How can I help?" And the reality is, because of stay-at-home orders, because of the reality is there's only so much we can do to get out and help. One way that you can play a part right now in being the hands and feet of Jesus is by sharing the services on Sunday morning on your social media. Next thing I want to talk about is, when in the world are we going to be able to meet together in person? This is something that I'm thinking and praying through a lot. So is the rest of our staff, and I want to invite you to pray about this with us. We need wisdom. When do we open things back up? James chapter 1 tells us that if we ask for wisdom, God very generously gives it to us. So will you please join your heart with mine and be praying about this? God, give us wisdom. Here's what I know so far. In Alabama, the stay-at-home order is through the end of the month, through April 30th. So that gives us another week or so before there are going to be any changes. Once that happens, we just don't know what to expect. My guess is that the economy will probably reopen kind of in the same pattern that it closed. So they'll probably start opening. The rumors that I'm hearing is that they'll start opening things like gyms, restaurants, that sort of thing. But large gatherings could take a little bit longer. So even if a lot of Alabama opens up here in a week or two, it could be a little bit longer before services are allowed to begin. But if you're feeling the need to get together and see everybody, I'm feeling that as well. And we want to start meeting as soon as possible. So be praying for wisdom on when we should open this thing up in a way that's honoring to God and in a way that's, keeping folks safe and reasonable. This could be something where we have gatherings with limited seating. It may be one of these things where we have some sort of RSVP RSVP system where people, can basically get a ticket to come to service if we're limited to 50 folks or something like that. Again, there may not be any childcare for the first couple of weeks back. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. These are not prophecies, but I'm not making promises. These are not prophecies is what I try to say. But we're just exploring and thinking and praying through all these ideas, and I'd ask that you would join me in this because I cannot wait to see you guys. All right. Love you guys. That's all the updates for this Wednesday. Cannot wait to see you Sunday morning as we attempt to answer the question, are we living in the end times? Love you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.